Hey everyone, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. The topic of this video has to do with emotional unavailability. And the purpose of this video is to discuss the impact of having an emotional unavailable husband and what that means for your relationship and why it even happens in the first place. But before we dive into it, I want to remind you to please subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already, because you'll get notified on new videos every time they come out related to happy and healthy relationships and how to have them, and warning signs, of course, like this one, if you're not having a happy and healthy relationship. So the topic of this video today, again, is emotional unavailable men and your husband. And when I say husband, of course, it can be your spouse or your partner, your significant other. It doesn't have to be somebody you're married to, but just somebody that you're in a relationship with. And most likely, if you're watching this video, you are recognizing that your other half is emotionally distant from you lately, that you're not able to get into their hearts and get into their emotions, and you feel this almost this block and this barrier that they're not letting you into who they really are deep down inside. And so many couples and so many people struggle with this. So I really wanted to make a video related to why it happens and really what you can do about it, and how it impacts the relationship. So a lot of times we have deep wounds from our past. We have things that have happened to us in past relationships that have really caused heartache and pain and have created barriers and defense mechanisms. And those relationships that happen are not in a vacuum, because when they happen, you bring them to the next relationship, and then you bring them to the relationship after that, and usually the relationship before also had some baggage and pain with it. So you can get in this situation with your other half and have them been in so many previous relationships that they have learned to put up walls and they have learned to put up defense mechanisms, so you're not able to really get inside, and you're feeling this sense of block from them. And that can be really, really painful, not only for you, but also for your other half. I think people who are emotionally unavailable put out there in the world, and it actually is really common, that they appear to be available. They appear to really want love and want connection. And actually, it's quite easy to get in a relationship with emotionally unavailable people because they present as being open and wanting to. But when push comes to shove, when the relationship starts going on and you guys are spending more and more time together, you notice that after time, you're opening up, you're showing them who you are deep down, but you're not getting that reciprocal type of relationship because there is a block. There is something that's going on where they can't let you in because they're so afraid that they're going to get hurt and wounded and damaged again. And again, that can be really frustrating for the other person, because I think the other person really wants it but doesn't know what to do about it. And of course, you as a healthy individual want it as well, because you're opening up, you're getting there, and you're not getting that reciprocal type of relationship back. And so that can be really, really hard. And it can cause rifts and tension in the relationship, and anger and hostility and resentment. And we don't want that. I think the first step in order to fix this type of a situation is you have to acknowledge it in the first place. Not just you. I mean, obviously you see that your other half isn't opening up, but your other half needs to acknowledge that there's a problem and that something is blocking him or her from being open and letting you in their hearts, because for whatever reason, again, it usually has to do with past wounds and building up those blocks and defense mechanisms. But recognizing that there's an issue, and then of course wanting to change it. You want to be able to be vulnerable and open. That's how you have deep connections. That's how you have a relationship that is meaningful and full of love and full of affection. You have to be vulnerable and open in order to have that type of a deep love that you want so bad. And I know it can be so scary at times because we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to experience that pain again. But if you go through life on that defense your whole time, you're going to miss out on so many amazing opportunities and amazing relationships and amazing connections. So again, it's important that you want to do something about it and take action now, because it's not going to get better, and you're going to live your life feeling unfulfilled if you're the one who is emotionally unavailable, and you don't want to do that. So how do you fix it? Again, you got to be aware of it. You got to know it's a problem, and then you got to take steps. You got to take actions to put yourself out there. You don't have to just spill it all out in one day, but it's taking little steps at a time to be open and let your other half know something that you're doubtful about or worried about or scared about. And it can't be a surface level thing. It has to be more of a deeper type of emotion. A lot of times if you're unable to kind of do that one-on-one in your own personal life, in your own personal setting in your home, going to couples coaching can be really helpful because you're able to set some goals, do some communication exercises for couples, and make sure that you can get on that level where you can be open and completely honest with each other and get that connection going and really decrease that emotional unavailability that wasn't there in the first place. So hopefully we shed some light on what it is and what it looks like and how it impacts you guys and what you can do to help it. Please feel free to ask me any questions below or comments, and I'll write you back. And stay tuned next time for my relationship videos, and hopefully teach you guys and hopefully you all will learn something on how to have a happy and healthy relationship. Okay, you guys take care. Bye.